Sports Cash crew, welcome back to another week's episode here with the Sports Cash host, Mr. ESPN, along with
Dub
and brother KD. You know I'm back again. Couldn't be away for too long.
My man, welcome back, my man.
Appreciate it. But you know what we do before we get started, and I added a little bit. How you feeling, Vlad? How you feeling, Dub?
I'm good.
Yo, they be asking about me now, man. I love it here,
Only
man.
because you complain. I don't really care.
Wow, that's petty.
That is petty,
Nah,
but
it's a joke.
hey, yo, Vlad, I'm all right. KD.
It's all jokes. All jokes.
Yeah,
we
man.
care about you, man.
Well, we're here back for another week's episode where we discuss everything sports and the business behind it. And of course, you know how it goes. Before we get the episode started, we have some headlines to cover for you guys. First and foremost, Shaqar Richardson.
We smoking on that carry pack tonight.
Kill him,
Listen,
KD.
okay. Listen. There's always a debate about braggadocious athletes and how people feel about people that are confident in their skills. It's just, if you talk that cash, when it goes the other way for you, you got to be prepared. So she's only 21 years old. And if you guys don't know what we're talking about Kerry Richardson, dynamic athlete, track star. She's a runner. She's a track star. And she
You don't know where to run when it gets hard.
she had the 100 meter. I don't even know. It's like a pre-race qualifying for something, but she went against the lady from Jamaica. It didn't go well. She finished in 9th place, which is, for y'all that's keeping count, it's last place. And she got blown out. People was making jokes about her blonde
Stay
wig.
off the weed.
That's the first thing that they would have said, right? Stay off the weed. But you know, it is what it is. She's 21. She'll do better next time. And hopefully
She gonna be more better.
Yeah, and you know, hey, if you're gonna talk that cash, you got to be able to back it up and be able to take it, you know, dish it out and be able to take it too. So she'll be all right.
Yeah, on the plus side, she got a lot of confidence. If you heard the interview
Facts.
afterwards, she is nowhere near down and out. She's probably back in the training room right now as we speak. So.
Yeah, and that's inspiring.
So take your L
right.
now, sis. It's all good. We gonna come for you because that's when you're in the limelight. That's what we gotta do.
Well, hey,
All right?
if
we
you
gonna
didn't-
praise you when you do good,
Yep.
and we gonna kill you when you don't.
And
So,
if you didn't know by now, the Jamaicans are different, bro.
yeah, they run different. Bro.
Different. They have the fastest woman in the world every 4 years. So like, just Shaqari, it's all right. We still love you. Go smoke a big L after this. You'll be all right. After taking an L, go smoke a L. Other headlines. We had something that happened over in the soccer world. You want to talk about, Vlad?
Yes, Michael Jordan gets another bag after all his several bags that he has. Messi leaves and goes signs with PSG in the soccer world, which actually helps Michael Jordan in the financial world. With that deal, they were able to equate $140 million in revenue, which obviously Michael Jordan gets 5% of that since his brand is a sponsor of PSG. So Michael Jordan was able to reel in a nice $7 million just with Messi transferring over to the new club. So of course, you know, on the business tip, shout out to Michael Jordan, of course, you know, doing another business endeavor once again and securing that bag. And that, last but not least, we have another contract signing, but this time on the football side. Jamal Adams on the Seattle Seahawks signed a 4-year, $75 million contract to stay with the Seattle Seahawks. Well deserving, of course, the president, we call him. But definitely raising the bar. Man, the safety getting $75 million is, we're in a new age. First week.
You took my headline.
Yeah, I was about to say.
You took my headline, man. That was my moment, bro.
Not my fault.
We let you talk about Jordan. Let me talk a little football, bro.
Well, let me ask you this, Dub.
Go
Is he
ahead.
worth $75 million?
Yeah, I was going to get to that.
Nah, don't try to act like you want to ask me questions now. Don't try to act like that, bro. Yo, I mean, I think he's worth the money, man. I mean, Jamal talks big game, and he is a big game. He's a big-time safety.
Is he? Because I hear people saying that he's just a blitzing safety and he can't cover.
Well,
What was Bob Sanders?
what he tries
Bob
to
Sanders
do.
was not a $75 million.
Look, we gonna get to that because good thing today's episode.
Yes,
We gonna be highlighting the defense. As
sure.
we mentioned last week, we was on the offensive side of the ball. So this week, as the NFL season's about to kick off, we gonna go into the top safeties, top corners, linebackers, and on the line as well. So Jamal Adams' name probably will come back anyway. So we can further discuss if he's worth that money. So I think we should just go ahead and get into the show. What you think?
Absolutely. So just like Dub reiterated, last week he had the top 5 players in each of the skill positions on offense. This week we're going to have the top 5 players for the skill positions on defense. We're going to start with the secondary. So let's go ahead and start with
corners first.
Yeah, we start with the corners.
So I'm going to mediate and kind of keep you guys on task because I don't know half the names that y'all about to say, but I'm very intrigued to hear them and then follow them throughout the NFL season. So for those of you listening in your car, do the same. Find out who these guys are and see if it keep us accountable. See if these guys are actually as good as we say they are. So let's start with the corners.
You want to start off, Dub?
Yeah, man. Why not? I could take it away. So top 5. It's not in particular order. And again, this is based off of, what we've seen them do. But, on predictions for next year, who we assume is going to make the Pro Bowl and be, all defense or whatever. So obviously you can't have a corner list without Jalen Ramsey, right?
Absolutely.
Jalen Ramsey of the Rams. Obviously he's one of those big game talkers as well. And he's there to be in your face. He's going to back up every word. If you beat him, he will act like it didn't even happen. So he's always on the top of that. Man, one of my favorite guys upcoming, Xavier Howard of the Miami Dolphins. He's one of them double-digit interception kind of guys. He was out calling for money, and I think Miami did what they had to do to give it to him because you lose Xavier Howard, you're going to lose a lot on defense.
That's a fact.
25 of them things. 25 interceptions.
Exactly.
That's still crazy.
Out in Buffalo, we got a good one in Tre'Davious White out of LSU. Tre'Davious White is one of those lockdown corners. People don't really want to see him on a regular basis, so you got to give it to him. And I'm going to give y'all a name real quick. I'm trying not to be biased, but James Bradbury of the New York Football Giants. You know those are my guys. James Bradbury. Serious work. I think he intercepted your boy Carson a couple times last year.
Carson don't play for us. Our boy.
He wore green last year.
We don't talk about the past.
He wore green last year.
I don't remember that.
Hey,
we don't talk about the past.
I don't recall.
You don't recall? Well, I'll remind you without a problem. But anyway.
Carson came in Wentz.
KD, you've been gone way too long. You got to go. That was a moment. This dude is crazy. But anyway, man, after James Bradbury to finish out my list, I was actually going to go with my man out in yikes, it just blew my head. I am so sorry, y'all. It blew my
corner,
head.
right?
Yeah. Shoot, it blew my head. Dang it.
Because there's a name, you have a name. I'm shocked.
Who's that?
Stephon Gilmore.
Bumping around Gilmore?
Yeah, I did kind of forget about bumping around Gilmore, to be honest. Yeah, okay, you can have it.
Well, on that note,
It'll come back to you because we're gonna do
Marlon Humphrey. That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah,
My fault. Marlon Humphrey
That's
in
a good
Baltimore.
one.
That's a good one.
I really like Marlon Humphrey because it's not like he's not one of the best coverage guys, but he's physical. He's one of those. He's the one that kind of brings back that Peanut Tillman mindset with the
timely plays.
fumbles. I love that kind of corner that just he's almost like a linebacker how physical he plays. So I'm sorry about the fact that it slipped my mind, but Marlon Humphrey, that was my number 5 guy. I did forget about Stephon Gilmore though. I ain't gonna lie about it.
So your list is pretty identical to mine. The only 2 that I have different is obviously Stephon Gilmore is on my list, but I'm gonna give this guy a chance. And I'm giving him a chance because his front 4 up front is so vicious that I think he's going to be able to gamble and maybe make some big plays. But William Jackson III from Washington football team. When you have a strong front 4, has corners, you can take some chances. And we all know what the front 4 of Washington has with those all first rounders. So I think he might have a chance to gamble, maybe get a couple picks, definitely some deflections. But Washington football team definitely have an elite defense.
He has an elite name, William Jackson III.
Right.
I'm just saying what everybody's saying.
Sound like he's a politician. But I'm taking a gamble on him to be have a breakout year this year. So can we go to the?
Yeah, I would have never thought of that name,
no?
but I would have went like maybe Jair Alexander out of Green Bay. If
I thought about those names too, but I was like,
but anyway, it's your list. It's your list.
You gotta spice it up a little bit. Throw a name that nobody expect.
It's your list, yeah, by all means.
I mean, was that 2 or 3 people?
That's 5.
That's fine. He said he went with all of my.
Well, I had Jalen Ramsey, Xavier Howard, and Tre'Davious White also on my list.
Okay, got it. Okay, let's move on to the safeties. Who you got, Dub?
The safeties, man. Actually, this is like my favorite position in football. For those of you that didn't know,
I actually didn't know
Ed Reed.
Because of Ed Reed, man. Okay. Ed Reed, like he changed the game for me, man. That's literally my favorite player ever watching play this game. So that safety position holds a soft spot in my heart. But anyway, we got some good names out here. Out of Cincinnati, we got Jesse Bates. For those of you that don't know, you better just get on YouTube. You're gonna see some highlights. Jesse Bates out of Cincinnati. In Arizona, I really like Buda Baker. I love his name. Buda.
He's different.
Buda Baker. He's one of them psycho safeties. He's always around the ball. So yeah, always got to give love to somebody like that.
Random. I've seen him practice in person. He practices at game speed. It's unbelievable to watch. He's a freak of nature. But
I like that. I mean, yeah, the only bad thing I could say about Buda Baker's game, if he was just a little faster, because what DK Metcalf did to him last year, hawking him in after that pick. But whatever, we could let that one go. But yeah, Buda Baker. Denver got Justin Simmons. He's a good one too, man. He's really good out there. He's a ball hawking himself. Seen him make some big plays even against Patrick Mahomes and people like that. I mean, obviously he got it tough playing somebody like that twice a year. But yeah, definitely Justin Simmons. And the name came up earlier, Jamal Adams. Jamal Adams is, I think he is worth that kind of money. He is the top of the game. He's he's one of them records. He's a little linebacker. He's a safety. He could play some slot corner a little bit. He might be on the line as well. So Jamal Adams, when somebody throws that kind of money at somebody, it's because they do it all. And I think Jamal Adams is definitely one of those guys.
So the answer to your question earlier is you think he's worth that 70
I do
plus.
think he is worth that kind of money. And honestly, I find worth is in the eyes of the beholder, right? So if I pay you $40, it's because I think you're worth $40. And you come in whatever you do is worth $40 for me, okay? So, to me, you can't overpay somebody because you don't know how the person thinks of that person, how that team thinks of that person. You can overpay. No, for us. And yes, we come up with that opinion plenty of time. Like, I could be like, oh, wow, they taxing with that guy. But, hey, for whatever reason, Seattle's ownership or whoever thinks that somebody's worth that kind of money, by all means, do you, boo-boo. Anyway.
There was no way they was going to let him walk or hold out. So
Exactly. My last spot was a little difficult because I kind of was between like two guys. I see about 3 ball hawks on my number 5 list. It was between Devin McCourty. Actually 4, sorry. Harrison Smith, Minkah Fitzpatrick, and Kevin Byard out of Tennessee. Between those guys, I didn't really know who to pick. I'm not going to lie. But for some reason, my heart says go with the white guy. Harrison Smith out of Minnesota, man. I think he's been one of those consistent guys from the time he came in out of Notre Dame. And I think he's one of those guys that he's already on the Pro Bowl before the season even starts. Like, he's just that good, that consistent. He knows where to be all the time. He's the captain of that defense. He gets the team where they need to be. And I got to give my love to Harrison Smith for that.
He's rare. He's a white defensive back. You don't see that a lot.
And you don't see that often.
And he's good.
That's
a plus block. Yes, yes it is. Go ahead.
Who you got? Safeties.
Now for my 5 safeties. You named a couple of them. Of course, I got Minka Fitzpatrick out of Pittsburgh. Got my favorite safety, well, one of them that's playing right now, Derwin James from the Chargers.
That's a good one.
And I
was surprised he didn't have him.
He spent so much time hurt that I kind of forgot about him.
Yeah,
you know?
Well, that's the only downfall.
That's the problem. So he's one of those guys that you can always assume is going to be really good.
Your best ability is your availability.
Yeah,
it's just he spent so much time on the sideline. It's like it's hard to think of Derwin James.
And I love playing with him on Madden. Boy, turnover machine. But anyway, and then of course, Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. I think he's
that's a good name.
That's definitely a name.
Like, he always he's
this team this
outside of Chris Jones. He leads that defense in the secondary for the Chiefs. I got Justin Simmons as well from Denver. Again, another big safety that do work in Denver alongside Thank you. On the defense side with Von Miller, and then last but not least, the guy that got the big payday, Jamal Adams, the presidential. I've been liking Jamal Adams since the Jets.
Since LSU.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was a problem out there.
Yeah, he was. That's true. I mean, there's a lot of guys that came from LSU that was a problem, but yeah, you're right. Jamal Adams has been, since he got in the league, top safety, phenomenal safety, and I definitely like him in Seattle, especially for the long haul with Bobby Wagner. I think that tandem is gonna work real nice. So yeah, that's my 5 at safety, but Jamal Adams, obviously, we're probably going to be at the top of that one.
I owe Tyrann an apology, man.
I was shocked when you didn't name him. I was like, okay, he saved it for me. I'm
so
like,
many
cool.
Good guys.
There's
I think Dub knows, has an eye on the future of the league too. Like those names that you said, Tyrann Mathieu, those are names that I would know. Mm-hmm. But Dub knows Harrison. What's his name?
Smith.
Exactly.
You gotta know Harrison Smith.
But his list, I like his list. His list is very good for the guys that's coming up.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
going in. So yeah, so those a lot of his guys on that list going to probably have breakout years this year.
Well, you told me about Derwin James before I knew about Derwin James. That's what I'm saying. So some of these names I've never heard of, but that's why I say to the listeners out there, look these names up and keep us accountable. You'll see.
Just go on YouTube, man. Just press play on any of these names, man. You don't see
especially Derwin James.
No, Derwin James is a highlight ready to happen at any minute.
I'm gonna start a saying right now. Dub knows football. Let's just put that out there, okay? Dub knows football. Rarely wrong in that regard.
He's stupid, man.
On that note, we're gonna take a quick break, guys. We'll be right back. All right, Cash Crew, we are back. It's time for us to get closer to the line of scrimmage. We're gonna start with the linebackers. This one was going to be difficult. We had a big conversation about this, but let's break it down. We're going to start with who? We're going to do Dub or Vlad?
I'll start off.
All right, go ahead.
So this is not in no particular order. I just did linebackers in general. But we are going to start with Bobby Wagner from the Seattle Seahawks.
Okay. I'm knowing these names. That's good.
Another guy that's one of my favorite linebackers that's in the league right now. Man, that boy's a beast. Definitely stops the show when he's on the field. Makes big stops. Big body. And definitely can lay that hit. That's for sure. So Bobby Wagner, we got Eric Kendricks from the Vikings. We got Levant David from the Bucks. Boy, that boy nice. What was his 40 time, if you remember?
Oh, fast. Him and Devin White in
I feel like those two guys.
Both of them, they both run like 4.4, bro.
I feel like those two guys are the main reason Tampa. I was gonna say Tampa. I was gonna say Tampa Bay. I feel like they're the one of the main reasons why
Patrick
Tom
Mahomes was running for his life in Super Bowl?
No, I think that's why Tom went there. He saw that that team only needed. We talked about this before, but only needed a quarterback.
Yeah,
and he was right.
That's a fact.
Who else you got?
I got Darius Leonard from the Colts.
Always a good one.
That man is nice.
And
from the HBCU.
Yes,
Gotta
sir.
throw that out there.
And last but not least, my number one favorite linebacker. I mean, I don't know if you can call it linebacker, edge rusher, because he really just be all over the field. But, oh man, is he? I think he's 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. Am I mistaken?
Khalil?
Yeah. Before Aaron Donald went on his spree.
Yeah, I think I know he has one.
I know he has one for sure. I want to say he's 2 times.
Which I'm still salty about, but we'll get to that later.
It's cool. But last but not least, from the Chicago Bears, Khalil Mack.
The Mack attack.
The Mack attack. The guy that would tackle you with one arm and only his forearm. The guy that could take offensive lineman and tackle your quarterback at the same time.
I've seen it.
I've seen that. Yeah.
Seen it.
All right.
That's a real stat, people.
He's just a freak of nature, but
I've seen him tackle someone with someone else's body. It don't make no sense.
So, Dub.
Random behind the scenes. That man does not talk
5
at all random. Just
linebackers going to the 21-22 season?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, people. I had a tough time with this. Like Kendrick was saying before we aired, I'm like, man, there's a real big difference between the inside and the outside linebacker. Like they literally 2 different skill sets. So you kind of put me you put me in the corner here with this one, man. But I'm gonna try it anyway. It's all good. But your list is pretty legit, honestly. Bobby Wagner is real easy.
Absolutely.
He's pretty much a prototype inside linebacker that you want. You know, that Brian Urlacher, Ray Lewis kind of vibe.
I was just about to ask you.
Smart.
Do you feel like he's our day and age
Yeah,
Ray Lewis?
He's our Ray Lewis. He's our Brian Urlacher. You know, he's our who else we had? Brooks out of Tampa Bay. I forget the first name, but yeah, I mean
Tyler Brooks.
No,
we're talking about back in the day.
Oh, my fault.
But yeah, anyway, so Bobby Wagner, of course. Fred Warner out of San Fran. I love Fred Warner, man. That man can move. He's really good. He's young and he's a stud. Darius Leonard out the Colts. I think you really hit it with that one. I really like that pick. He's a beast. And I'm gonna give the edge rushers some love because you just went straight inside on me. Khalil's obviously one. And my man Von Miller, he's coming back. Von Miller is back.
You think he'll have a breakout year?
Von Miller is back.
You know, I was debating putting him on my list.
He sat out last year with an ACL, I think, or Achilles something. But Von Miller has been a problem since he got into the league, and for sure. I don't think it's gonna stop. The former Super Bowl MVP,
yes sir.
I think he is back, and he is about to wreak havoc back on this field. He's in the division with Patrick Mahomes. He better if Patrick thought he was running before. Yeah, they need that. They need that. So, that's my 5, man. Y'all made it tough on me, but I think I figured it out.
Oh, that's some great lists right there. So let's get even closer to the line of scrimmage. Let's get into the big boys that's going after the quarterback. Let's get to the D-line. Which way we're going to go? Vlad first?
That's cool.
Okay, let's do it.
Of course, I don't think you talk about the D-line without talking about the guy that's been 99 on Madden for the past 5 years.
Yo, wait, stop. Can we go ahead and say Aaron Donald is the GOAT of that position?
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
without question.
All jokes aside.
He could retire tomorrow.
Yeah, all jokes aside, you know, we put Jerry Rice as a receiver or Emmitt Smith or whatever as a running back. I think
he's just something we have never
Aaron Donald for the defensive tackle position, that we never seen that. Like,
some old head would disagree with us, but like,
yeah, but they won't even have the stats to match it though. Like, I mean, granted, the game is always more than numbers. I agree, but the tackle position is not supposed to end up with 18 sacks.
Not at all.
For them, a Pro Bowl season is like 5 sacks, to be honest. And most of it, they don't get a lot of stats. They just clog up holes. No, as odd as that may sound, but like that's their job. That's their job. So we used to watch like Vince Wilfork and Warren Sapp.
That's what I was gonna say. Guys. Do you think Warren probably has something to say about that? But he didn't have the stats. He had the impact.
He don't have nothing to say about that.
I think Warren Sapp was dominant. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, of course.
But he wasn't.
But he's not
Aaron Donald is wild. Like, you cannot 1-on-1 him at any point of the game.
Do we have to bring this up again? The man trains with knives. Okay, I found the video and I showed it to them. He trains with knives. So
Aaron Donald's different. So he's gonna be number 1 on pretty much any and everyone's list. So great way to start, Vlad. Keep it going.
It's easy. I could have told you that.
Right.
After that, I got Chris Jones from the Chiefs.
Yes, sir.
Now we're getting to names I've never heard before.
Nah, he's a beast, man.
Of course, I got to put my guy in there. I mean, he's been a multiple Pro Bowler. Definitely, he's a champ in 2017. Fletcher Cox.
Yes.
The most dominant guy in the NFC East for the past couple years now.
The only thing that can stop that man is his ball spot.
Yeah. But even that probably won't
I'm
stop
here
him.
for the jokes. I'll be here all night.
And then after Fletcher Cox, I got the other Watt brother, TJ Watt from the Pittsburgh Steelers. And last but not least, the guy that I've been saying that should have won the Heisman last year. Well, 2 years ago, I'm sorry. One of the best upcoming defensive ends in the game. He plays on the line with other first rounders from the Washington football team. Chase Young. Man, I tell y'all this.
Chase Young is a problem.
You see, Aaron Donald got the DT position. Give it 5 years. Chase Young's going to do that.
Right.
Chase Young's going to do that for the DNs.
Look.
We
made that assessment on Aaron Donald because we've seen a long history of taxing niggas on the offensive end. But Chase Young had a rookie season with 7 sacks. Relax.
That's a good rookie
It
season.
wouldn't be a podcast without Vlad saying something astronomical.
It's not to say it's impossible, but Jesus. Jesus. You came at me last week because I said Saquon was the GOAT. And what did you say? Let him make a couple All-Pros. Let him win a Super Bowl. Let him do this. Let him do that. And I'm like, you telling me
who was defensive rookie of the year last year?
Chase Young, who was the offensive rookie of the year his year?
Woo!
Saquon Barkley.
Receipts.
But you ain't want to hear it.
That's cute.
You know I'm here for it,
That's
KB.
cute.
You ain't want to hear it, though.
That's cute.
So how you going to tell me?
But who did Chase Young beat when they were in college?
What is that? We're not talking about that. We're talking about the
No,
bros.
you talking about he's going to be all the best in the NFL. And
I said he's going to be one of the best at the DN
you
position.
said GOAT because
I didn't say GOAT. I said he's going.
Oh.
I didn't say the GOAT word.
Can we rewind this? Is this possible?
I did not say the
Y'all
GOAT.
tell us.
Wait,
I
did
said-
you say GOAT because we were just talking about Aaron Donald, right?
I said he's going to have a career in the next 5 years similar to Aaron Donald. I never say he's going to be the GOAT.
I guess me and
I said he's
Dump's
going to be
ears
one of the
don't work.
top defensive end
I can't wait
players.
till we run this back.
That's
Facts.
fine.
We got it.
But I never said the GOAT word. I
Right,
didn't say that.
right. But regardless, you shunned my idea of saying Saquon is the best running back
You're
that
right.
ever played this game because you felt like
He's
he
not.
didn't have enough. No, it's not that. You said he hasn't had enough. Years under his belt. He doesn't have enough accolades and all this. Yet you give it
And
to
until
Chase
he leaves
Young.
the NFC East also too, I would never admit that.
Oh, so it's personal. However, Chase
No,
Young
it's
is
a Ohio State thing.
Chase Young is where? In the NFC East as well. So please.
Yeah, but but that's my guy since college.
It's Ohio State.
Because it's an Ohio State thing.
He
Oh,
is
so you're
very biased.
Then say bias.
and then Saquon went to Penn State. Yuck.
Just say
we
bias.
smacked him every year.
Just say bias.
That's
just
not
say,
bias.
Just say you are biased.
That's not biased.
Please.
Continue on with your
I'm
list.
not ending this show until you say you.
What's understood doesn't need to be said. Continue.
Word that. All right, man. Let me get serious here, man, because Vlad, as usual, Kens, when you get back, please handle
That's why
this
I gotta
dude, man.
mediate.
Yeah. All right, man. Line. Obviously, Aaron Donald he's on the all-time list, period.
Yes.
All time. How long football
Mr.
been
99.
around? Since like the 20s? I don't know. But yeah, Aaron Donald makes the all-time list. But here's a name you ain't mentioned, Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett out of Cleveland.
Talking about Mr. Punch him in the face? Is that who it is?
Hey, man, you say what you want about the little, that little incident, but he's dominant.
That boy nice.
He's a problem. He's not easily blocked. And, I mean, I've seen this man benching humans.
Literally.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of disrespect anyway. But whatever, man. Myles Garrett. I really like the pick you had with Chris Jones. Chris Jones, he's one of the more quiet. I mean, not to say he's quiet on the field, but I feel like not enough people know
Underrated.
about Chris Jones yet. Yeah, I think he's just kind of underrated. So he's a big time problem on the line. I would take him on my team any and every day. Fletcher Cox, I do have a lot of respect for Fletcher Cox. I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah, because he's gonna beat up on Daniel Jones 2 times a year.
See, we didn't even have to take it that
I
far.
wasn't even
bro.
gonna go there, man.
I'm not that kind of Eagles fan. I just want y'all
I
to know.
am.
I wasn't even gonna go there. I'm trying to just have respect for the man's game, but you really trying to make me not have respect for his game.
How can you not? I mean, he's been.
All right, forget it. No Fletcher Cox. No Fletcher Cox. You see, I took away your privilege. We're gonna go to Atlanta. Atlanta got a big one. Grady Jared.
That's a good one. Didn't you meet him at work?
Grady, baby.
Yes, I have met him. But that's besides the point. That man is nice. He's an undersized tackle, and he's a problem. Honestly, outside of Aaron Donald in today's game, I don't think there's really a tackle better than than
So you think
Jared.
it's Aaron Donald and Grady Jared right under him?
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
I do. He's
Okay.
that dominant at his position.
Fair.
He's not Aaron Donald. I'm never gonna say that.
Nobody is.
Yeah, I haven't seen that person yet. But he is that dominant. So I gotta give that man a whole lot of love. And lastly, out of New Orleans, man. What's my man's name?
Cameron Jordan.
Yeah. Cam
Good
Jordan. I'm a big fan of Cam Jordan, man. He does sometimes I feel like he doesn't get all the stats. But I think he causes a lot of problems.
And we've seen it in person.
Yeah.
That's a big
he's
fella.
a problem. He causes I've seen him in person before too. He is a big dude. But he does cause a lot of problems. So even if he doesn't get to the quarterback, he probably helps somebody else get there. And he's big time against the run as well.
Double, triple team, don't matter.
Yeah, so I give him that. And my last guy, since I had to kick Fletcher Cox out.
You didn't have to.
No, I did though. I'm actually gonna go with your guy. I actually like Chase Young for next year. I do. I'm a fan. I'm a believer in Chase Young. I'm not gonna say he's a GOAT of any sort or a Hall of Fame or whatever. He'll probably make the Hall of Fame. I don't know, but GOAT is a different topic. Jesus,
He'll be defensive player of the year
one day
a
maybe.
few times.
We'll see. I don't know. I mean, he's still gonna be. I mean, the problem is Aaron Donald is still only in his like 7th year or something.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So
He
they still
just
gonna
turned
be
30.
So they still gonna be playing together for a while. So it's gonna be hard to get too many defensive player of the years over that kind of guy. So yeah, I'll go Chase Young last. All right, you had your chance to have Fletcher Cox, but you blew it. So
I know what you really want to say in your heart. It's all right. You don't have to tell it to the listeners, but we know where your heart is.
Anyway, I think that's it. I think that's all that we're breaking down on this episode. Anything else? Did we miss out on anything else?
No, I think we covered all 5.
Yeah, we covered every position there was. Really, we don't. No, I mean, last week we didn't do the offensive lineman. I figured we just leave that to some other group of guys.
Yeah.
No disrespect. That's,
Let's just leave it here. They're important.
Yeah.
They're very important.
They
Yes.
matter too.
Ask Russell Wilson.
The big boss hogs.
Yes.
They do matter, but I mean, yeah, man, we just had to run this down because obviously season coming up soon. And I know me, I'm looking forward to it big time.
Yeah, for sure.
I already got it penciled down. September 9th, Thursday night, Tampa Bay hosting the Dallas Cowboys.
Wow, you're not a fan of football at all. I mean, that's crazy. Sheesh.
I fancy the game just a little.
Just a little. It tickles your fancy.
Just a little. So, yeah, man. I look forward to it.
Sounds good, man. Vlad, take us home, man.
All right. Well, that's the end of our episode. We'll definitely love to hear your opinion on who you think is the top 5 in each skill position on defense. So definitely leave us a comment on this episode or join us. Mondays at 7 p.m. on Clubhouse as we discuss this week the top 5 players in each skill position now on the defensive side. Monday at 7 p.m. on Clubhouse if you're not on already. And also, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And also tap in with us on our social media to stay up to date on all future episodes.
Comment. Did he say GOAT or not?
I
He said
did not
the
say
word.
GOAT. I did not say GOAT.
We out of
My
here,
nigga
man.
said
I
Chase
said
Young about to be the
I
GOAT,
did
yo.
not say GOAT.
Oh, God.
But on that note, guys, thanks for tuning in
But
to
he ain't
this
wanna
week's
hear about
episode.
Saquon, bro. Jesus.
Bye.
Yo, we out, man.
Until
See y'all next
next time.
episode.